This is 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton, and on May 28, 2023, he walked into a Shell gas station in Columbia, South Carolina, and almost immediately after entering, he was told by one of the owners to place his bag at the front of the store because it was store policy. But after that, the owner proceeded to follow him around as he shopped, eventually accusing him of stealing some waters.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, right? It did look like he put something in his pocket. Now, is whatever he appeared to put in his pocket worth his life? Right?
So the woman's husband, whose name is Chow, and their adult son, whose name is Chow, proceed to chase Cyrus Belton for 130 yards. As Cyrus is running, he ends up dropping his cell phone, he runs out of his shoes, he drops his backpack and trips a couple of times. This is a video of the path Cyrus ran and Rick and Andy followed behind.
As soon as he ran out, bro, somebody else in the store should have ran out behind him, right? And you could see on his son's face that he had bad intentions in the first place, right? To chase somebody down 130 yards over water.
Okay. Now, as this chase is happening, a number of people who were driving in the area start to take notice, particularly the two women in this BMW video.
I had pulled onto the lot and I stopped. At that point, I saw Cyrus run across the street, them chasing him. I saw Cyrus trip, and he got up, and I was excited because I wanted him to continue running, but he didn't get up straight up. I thought he tripped again, and he went down. So then I drove down there when I stopped and asked if they needed help. Was everything okay? Mr. Chow was in a shooting stance where he's standing upright with his legs and he had his arms like this.
We pulled into the gas station as we were pulling in.
So you didn't even want to verify whether or not he actually stole the water, right? Because you immediately draw your weapon and kill him over a water, mind you, right? She asking them if they need help. The whole time, little bro needed help, bro. That shit hurt, bro.
Cyrus was running out, and behind Cyrus was his son and Mr. Chow. So Cyrus was running out, his shoe came off. He was pumping his arms and holding his pants with the other arm. He crossed the street and he tripped over the curb. At that time, he got back up. I see Mr. Chow step out. He had his arms up. And then we see Cyrus fall again to the ground. He kind of like crawled, basically, to the place where he passed.
So we're in here.
Yes, he was on his way back up. Mr. Chow was already like this.
Okay. Did you see Cyrus Carmack Belton turn around at any point?
No.
Did you see him point anything at Rick Chow or Andy Chow at any point?
No.
And then the driver of this white car testifies about what he saw.
Okay, so when he fell after he got across the street, okay, it was something over there that it looked like he had to trip up over or something. The first fall was real.
Now, mind you, right? Little bro had a gun on him. We know what they promoting this fake ass music, and if he was gonna use the gun, right? he would have used it when he came in the store. He wouldn't have put his backpack down. It would, you know, it's like, bruh.
Okay.
Yeah, he tried to get back up, but it was more so of a stumble versus him standing straight up.
Okay.
It's like he stood up almost all the way up completely. He maybe took a step, if that, and that's when he shot.
Okay. But he fell towards the grass.
Yeah.
All right. And at this point, when he trips, where's Rick Chow? Can you point where he is?
He's like right behind. So if Cyrus trips up in here, Rick Chow.
All right. Did you ever see Rick Chow out here in the road?
No.
Did you ever see Andy Chow out here in the road?
No.
Cyrus fell right here. You saw Rick and Andy side by side. I think you said this kind of area.
Yeah.
And then there was one more eyewitness whose car wasn't caught on the video surveillance because she was coming the opposite way because she was leaving from her apartment.
I seen a young man running. I heard a pop sound, and my aunt, we looked and said, "What is that?" We saw the young man go down to the ground, and we saw the older man had a gun in his hand pointed in a gun stance. And my aunt said, "I just want to make sure we're seeing what we see," so we drove out real slow, and we still see Cyrus on the ground. Looked like he was trying to push himself up, like how somebody's doing push-ups, but they're shaking really bad, and he propped back down on the ground and started banging on the
Shot a little bro over some water, bro, right? And that's why they say racism is systematic, right? Because you got people who are the owners of these establishments, right? And the people who are supposedly enforcing the law, this, that, and the third, scared of so-called black people, right? So any interaction, it's crazy, bro.
ground like in pain. And then my aunt, she said we need to get out of here. So we drove up to an empty parking lot near where the old Columbia Mall is at. And 911 had me on hold for a long time. So we hung up and we called again.
As a result of being shot in the back, 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton passes away, and Rick Chow is arrested and charged with murder. But Rick Chow's defense is that this isn't murder. He says it was actually self-defense or in defense of his son, Andy. And so that is what the heart of this case is all about, murder or self-defense. And that's because it turns out that 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton was carrying a firearm that day. But what Cyrus...
If he planned on using, he wouldn't have been running away from you to shoot him in the back, right? So you know, they want a race war, bro. They trying to rage bait us, bro. You know?
Did with that firearm is what's in dispute. According to prosecutors, Cyrus didn't pull out his firearm. It fell out of his pocket when he fell.
The evidence will show that after they chased him out of his chute, dropping phones around down Springtree Road, after he tripped over a curb, fell, dropped his backpack, we believe that gun spilled out of that pocket. And within moments after that gun spilled out of that pocket, that man shot Cyrus Carmack Belton.
Whole time he probably got that gun for somebody that looked like him in the community, bro. Cause it's fake ass music they promote. All this shit they just promote, bro.
In the back with a .45 caliber pistol.
But the defense, on the other hand, says Cyrus pointed that gun.
Mr. Belton pointed the gun at Andy Chow. Andy yelled out, "He's got a gun." Mr. Chow told him, "Drop it. Mr. Chow is coming up." Pulls his gun down. At that moment, at that split second, that frozen moment in time, Rick Chow sees a young man pointing a semi-automatic pistol at his son, who's backing up with his hands up, and Rick Chow fires his gun to protect his son. We submit to you that that was reasonable.
Now, what sense do that make, right? I got a gun aimed at your son. You come running up. I give you time to draw your weapon? Stop it, bro. It don't make no sense if I have bad intentions is what I'm saying.
It was a reasonable impression that his son was possibly going to get seriously injured or die at the hands of somebody who had a gun pointed at him, that was a reasonable belief, and he fired his weapon under the law in defense of his son.
So again, that's the issue for jurors to determine. And in an effort to prove their side beyond a reasonable doubt, prosecutors ask all of the eyewitnesses if they ever seen a gun in Cyrus's hands.
As you, your daughter, and grandkids were in that parking lot, you watched Cyrus run by, what, if anything, was in his hands?
I saw his backpack on his back, but I didn't see anything in his hand.
And as he ran down Spring Tree, what was in his hands?
I didn't see anything in his hand.
And as he fell multiple times, what was in his hands?
I didn't see anything in his hand.
And from your vantage point, you feel certain you would have seen if something was in his hands?
Yes.
Did you see a gun in Cyrus's hand at any point in time?
No.
Did you see anything in his hand at this point?
No.
All right.
Did you?
Now, what if Cyrus, right, would have turned around and fired his weapon in self-defense? They're chasing him 130 yards, right? Guaranteed he would have went to jail, bro. That's but this is America, bro.
See the young man carrying anything?
No.
Testimony under oath is nobody told you that night that Cyrus pointed a gun at him.
Yes, sir. No one told me that.
And just for the sake of confirmation, here is the medical examiner confirming where Cyrus was shot.
The location of the wound on his back. Say that one more time.
It was on his kind of right back area, just below kind of mid-back. That's the projectile, and you can see the shadow of his heart just above that.
This is his heart?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not immediately fatal. Those are more, and he would not lose consciousness immediately. Those are more with wounds to the head. So with a heart wound, maybe a minute or two, he could have, there's been reports of people being able to run with the adrenaline in their system, but not far. They collapse pretty quickly because the blood, every heartbeat is the blood's coming out of their heart and not circulating.
Okay, now the defense on the other side is making every effort they can to show that what Rick Chow did that day was in self-defense. And so they start off by highlighting why Cyrus had a gun in the first place.
Is why a 14-year-old would be illegally possessing a semi-automatic pistol, wandering the streets with that pistol, with a laser attached to that pistol. A laser to go ahead and ensure better accuracy when you fire the weapon. Because if he didn't have that weapon, he never would have had a weapon to draw.
He probably still would have lost his life, right? That's the cold part about it. Unfortunately, bro, he didn't have a weapon for Chow in there, bro. That's the bad part about it, right?
On Andy Chow. He never would have had a weapon to put Andy Chow in danger. And he never would have had a weapon that would cause Mr. Chow to believe his son was going to be shot and have to make a split-second decision. Split-second decision.
They also claim that even though Cyrus did not steal anything, it was reasonable for the Chows to believe he did.
Why was he running? Why did he run? He did increase the suspicion at that point by running. And he really ran fast because he ran out of one of his shoes. Now,
The suspicion is already at its apex, right? Because he's so-called black, bro. That's how they handle anybody black. Like, it just pissed me off, right? Because no matter how civilized you try to act as a so-called black person or this, that, and the third, bro, you still nigga.
reasonable to believe that he may have taken something? Absolutely. Reasonable to go ahead and follow him to see where he was going, in what direction, so he could tell the police? Absolutely. And he wasn't going to tackle him, he wasn't going to hold him, he wanted to see where he was going. Rick Chow, the defendant in this case, ran following his son and Mr. Carmack Belton because he was trying to see what was going on with his son, protect his son, make sure his son was okay. He did not know what was going on. He had nothing to do with the determination in the store, but he was going out there to protect his son, to make sure his son was okay. It's his son.
The defense also attempts to poke holes in the testimony of the eyewitnesses.
You remember telling the dispatcher that you believed he might have stolen something.
That's what was being said. Yes, I said that.
Bro, the fact of the matter is he got acquitted because of other Caucasian people in that courtroom. They put in themselves in Chow's shoes, right? Just like the law enforcement. They run across somebody so-called black, bro. They act like, you know, they gotta be extra cautious or watch your hands and watch your mouth and do this, that, and the third. Whole time you stop me, right? You come and approach a person. You supposed to be law enforcement. Whole time all you want to do is serve them, bro, right? That's why I say no matter what, bro, you still nigga. Rest in peace, Lil Cyrus. Condolences to his family, bro. Man, when we gonna start loving on each other, bro?
Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. I need that cheese like a grater, ho. Don't play me like no shit, cause I never kept a saber, ho. Yeah, but you can fucking be my waiter, ho.